Hello and welcome to our studio and our shop.
Yes, hello, welcome back to the latest of our sessions. Coming up in this episode, we have some more behind the scenes footage for you, and we're going to have a slightly awkward chat about money. So, hold on for that. But to start off with, shall we talk about our projects?
Well, I haven't got a project because I have finished my project finally. Yes, so I showed off.
Yeah.
I will have to actually take, so this is a winter jumper, a cardigan
Oh, look,
I made.
it's got crumpled.
Oh no.
Oh.
Because I probably
Oh
sat
well,
on
the
it.
wrinkles come out when you wear
Yeah.
them, don't they?
Well, I blocked it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, that's Bryn's new jumper, and I finally finished it. So Bryn dyed this yarn, and so yeah, this is the Gramps cardigan from Tinker Knits, and it's finished, and I can go to other projects now.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
and you
got
put the buttons on.
Yeah,
Ooh, let's show the buttons because they're quite pretty.
there we are.
Very nice. He's rather chuffed with it, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he wanted to be in this video, bless him.
Yeah.
But I think what we'll do is take a nice photo of him and stick it up on the socials.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well done.
So I crumple it.
You crumple it back up.
Yeah.
So you finished that. What are you moving on to next?
I have to do a Secret Santa present, and I will attend to that like ASAP because it's all creeping up.
It certainly is creeping up.
Yeah.
Have you were talking about doing a hat? Is that still the plan?
No, I think I will make a sock. I think we should.
A sock.
2 socks.
2 socks.
You can talk. I will make 2 socks, and we have to get the sock machine out, I think, because...
You want to do them on the machine?
Yeah. We haven't had the machine
We haven't had it out for ages.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah. So,
okay, so we'll get the sock machine out.
yeah, and I'll just whiz out.
Just whiz out a sock. As if it was
sock.
that easy. What about yarn? What are you going to do yarn
I've got some yarn. I gifted some yarn.
You want to use some that you... Oh, I know what.
Yeah.
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 Okay, because it's secret, I won't
You
say
can't
anymore.
say.
No,
Yeah.
okay.
So, yeah.
All right, well, what a lucky recipient.
Yeah.
Love getting
Have to
socks
find
for
out
Christmas.
the shoe size.
I think I have a sneaky way of finding out the shoe size.
Right,
Yeah. Or what you can do is just ask everybody what their shoe size is.
Yeah.
And they'll all be hoping that they're
Yeah.
the lucky person who gets socks.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. And yeah, what about you? What are you up to?
What am I up to?
Yeah.
Well, I have one warm foot and one cold foot.
Oh, I see.
Shall I show you what I'm talking about?
Show us, yeah.
I didn't know I was going to be doing gymnastics today.
Gymnastics.
Okay, here's my warm foot.
Oh, a sock. That's half an FO.
Half an FO.
Yeah.
This is my Stollen Sock,
Yeah.
which I have been designing in honour of Stollen Wolle, which is coming up. It's only just a week away now.
Yeah.
So that's my warm foot.
Mm-hmm. And then what's
And
the
this
other
is
ones?
my cold foot.
No wonder you don't finish it when you wear it like half finished. Yeah.
Yeah, but like there's not much left to do now.
Just
I've got
straight knitting, toe, and then.
The problem is,
boom.
I've got the boring bit to do now.
Yeah.
Because I've done
accordion.
all the fun colour work.
Yeah.
I love colour work.
Yeah.
Seeing the pattern emerge. And now I've got about 50 rows of plain knitting to do. Rounds. And then, but I've got a contrast toe to do.
Yeah.
Which is fun. So that's something to look forward to, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my Stollen sock.
Lovely. I really like it.
Yeah, I'm quite
I
pleased
like
with
the
them.
reindeer in it and.
Have you
the
seen
trees.
the reindeer? Look,
Yeah.
This is actually quite awkward. Why did I do this?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll tell you what, I'll take it off.
Yeah, take it off.
That would be more sensible, wouldn't it? Here we go. Let me show you the reindeer. Look. They share a tail. They're like little conjoined reindeer. They're so sweet.
Yeah.
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 Cute, huh?
Yeah, I really like it, yeah.
So the pattern's written and it's with the tech editor.
Yeah.
And the plan is to launch this with kits at Stollen Wolle.
Yeah.
So no pressure for
No
me.
pressure.
I really need to get that sock
Yeah.
finished. Right, now this foot is cold.
Yeah.
And this one is warm.
Yeah.
I might just put it back on.
Just put it back on, yeah.
All right, so while I'm putting my sock back on, we can tell you what we've been working on this week, which is dyeing. I nearly swore then. I nearly said a ton of yarn because our shelves are looking a bit empty. So we've been dyeing lots of Nene 4-ply.
We run out of drying space, didn't we?
Yeah, we have actually run out of drying space. And when I put the stock in to the website yesterday, I was really shocked to find out how many colourways were out of stock and probably have been for a while.
Yeah.
So sorry if you've been waiting for something.
Anymore.
But everything's in stock now. Yeah. So we did a little film behind the scenes for you.
What's in the pots?
Yeah, okay, so we're going to call this feature What's in the Pots.
Yeah.
Because it's cheesy and we like a bit of cheese.
It's cheese, yeah.
Yeah, so, well, we'll just let you watch it and enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Hello.
what you're doing? What are you doing? The tonal colours. Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm doing Brombeerzweig,
Yeah.
which is German for,
Rumble trick.
yeah, Markus insisted on us having some German colourway names. I thought that was fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, and I've got this one lined up to do next. That's Salzbreeze.
Yeah. Salt breeze.
Salt breeze. Yeah.
Oh, look nice all day.
Yeah, so probably best to explain what a tonal colourway actually is.
Yeah, so like our tonals or tonal colorway is like one shade of color, one color, from light to dark.
Yeah, so it's like there's some variation in there, but not in the actual hue, but in the tone,
Yeah.
which is why we call it tonal. So, yeah, so we're doing that. The way that we do it is very similar to how we dye our variegated yarns, but those the difference with those is that we put different colours on each layer, whereas with the tonals we still layer it up, but we're putting the same colour on again and again.
Nice and gentle. It takes a long time, doesn't it?
It does take a long
Yeah.
time, but the reason we do it this way is because it creates a really nice effect in the final yarn, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it's like a little bit like a 3D effect, and you can really see it's like a hand-dyed yarn. So it's actually quite intentionally dyed like this, and it looks fabulous.
Yeah, I think the way I describe it on the website is that it adds some visual texture.
Yeah.
So it's not literal texture, but when the yarn's worked up in crochet or knit, you can see this kind of visual interest that you wouldn't get from a flat colour. But yeah, we do it this way because, well, dyeing a solid colour is, in a hand dyeing setting, is virtually impossible, really, isn't it?
Very close.
No, we can get it very close, but to get a really level effect with dye, you need either a lot of water or more fancy equipment. Really?
Very expensive equipment.
Very expensive equipment.
No.
Yeah, and also, I mean,
Well, you have a fancy.
why would we want to replicate a commercial
Exactly, yeah.
yarn? We
Yeah.
don't want to, so that's why we
We
do
have
it this
fancy
way.
equipment, a spoon, like.
Well, it's a very fancy spoon,
Yeah,
don't you
yeah,
think?
I think
It's
so,
getting
yeah,
a little
very-
bit tatty now, but that's the traditional canal roses that the canal painters do. So nice.
Nice,
I
yeah.
like my spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So you're prepping them all now?
I'm prepping these. I've got one that's already gone back in.
Yeah.
I've got two more waiting to come out that are they're more saturated colours, so they're coming out later because they have to take up more dye. So these are kind of fairly pale colours that were quicker. Yeah, so I'll just twist these back up,
and then
we'll put them in the pot. Yeah, great. These are ready to go in now.
Cool.
So I already weighed out the dye earlier and it's already in the pot. So actually, if you come with the camera, you can see.
I have to make sure it doesn't steam up.
Yeah, but there's the colour.
Yeah.
It's funny how different it looks in the water than it looks on the yarn. When I put it in, you'll see it's the same colour. Just going to give that a good stir because it's been sitting there for a while.
Yeah.
Right. And then these are ready to go in. So, yeah, you can see there are areas of the skein that haven't got any dye on them at all yet, and then somewhere it's more saturated, and then everything in between. That's because doing it like this with it twisted up, the skein itself acts as a resist. So that's what gives us that lovely sort of gentle variegated effect. I'll pop them in.
Yeah.
Ready?
Ready.
It's probably worth mentioning, it probably looks on camera like those skeins are dry, but they're not. They're wet. But I did spin them out before twisting them so that I didn't squeeze loads of water out on the floor. So there we are.
Nice wooden floor.
Yeah. So that's them in there now. So you can already see they look more saturated.
Yeah.
And there's loads of dye in the water still to take up to them.
And take a couple of hours.
That will take, yeah, probably between an hour and 2 hours now.
Yeah, but worth to say, like, layering them up to get this effect is actually quite time consuming, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not
but
like
we
putting...
can do lots in one go, so I'll get these ones ready as well.
Yeah.
So we've got so that's Bromberg Swag. Can you see the colour there?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes a long time and you have to have a lot of patience because like we said, that's going to sit there for probably a couple of hours to fully exhaust all of that dye. But I've got 10 skeins in this pot, I've got 10 in that one, I've got 10 in that one, and all the way down, so you can get through quite a lot.
Yeah.
There we are. So again, that one's looking a lot more saturated already, even though there's plenty of dye still in the water. But yeah, love this colour.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Right. Big pots for the final layer. Becci, would you like to explain what we're doing?
Yeah, okay, so excuse my disembodied voice. Did you just spill dye on the floor? Yeah, so yesterday evening we got the second layer of variegated colour onto these skeins, and now we're doing the final layer, which we do as an overall well, we call it a dip. The overall dip. The overall dip. Basically, this is a level layer. At the moment, you can see they're highly variegated. It's subjective, but we don't think that that would work up very nicely. It would be very contrasty and look quite busy. So this last layer kind of smooths everything out. And in fact, although they look quite colourful already, they've only got half the dye on them at the moment.
Well, shall I put the dye in then?
So put the dye in. I'll see if I can. Yeah.
Let's see if we can.
Ooh.
Give it a good stir.
And we've already used this water once or twice before, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we try and reuse water as much as we can. So I've even planned out the colourways that are going to go into each of these pots today so that we can reuse the water. So this is Brombeard Swag going in now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're ready? Is it going in?
I'm ready. To make sure I don't dye my scarf again. That's actually. I'll give it a good spread them out. And these white strings is just that I don't lose the skeins and I can't fish them out when it's really hot.
Yeah.
There we are. Let's switch it on. The big 3-phase.
Chung.
Lid on and hope for the best. No. I will actually attend to them like in 5 minutes and swirl them around. Make sure they're all nice and even. And then I will put the Lavendelfelder on.
Great. So there we are, that one's exhausted. You can see right down to the bottom of the dye pot. So now these, this one as well actually. Oh, lots of reflections there, harder to see. But yeah, so these are going to come out and then we're going to reuse the water for the next colourways in the schedule.
Looks steamy. So, that was a good video, wasn't it?
I hope so.
I hope so.
you think so. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
We can show the finished tonal yarns now.
Yeah,
So I think this is the one that we really followed.
yeah, the way, yeah.
There we are. So there is a finished skein of the Brombeard Swag colourway.
Yeah.
Lovely, isn't it? Well, we're slightly biased.
Yeah, slightly.
But there we go. And some of the others that we had.
Salzbrise.
Salzbrise and I really love Lavendelfelder. So there they are. That's how they look when they're done. And thought it would be quite handy to show you how they work up as well. So we've got a crochet example. Not the colourways that we've just shown you, because that would be like actually super organised, which
So
we
the
are
one
not.
you're showing is Unterwasserwelt.
So this is
isn't it?
Unterwasserwelt, used as the background colour in the Stormy Rainbow blanket. So
Crochet.
there you can see it in crochet. So it's not too busy to show like the general pattern, but on its own, it's just got a little bit of visual interest, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So that's it in crochet. And then I've got the knit equivalent of that pattern here, which is called the Scottish Rainbow Blanket. By the way, there are kits for these online, although not for that was a Chimera version, but another mini skein version. So check it out if you're interested. So this colourway is Zilbermond. Yeah, so I'm talking about the grey here in the background. I just realised that light is behind me, so that's making it hard to see. So if I come forward, there you can see it's not a flat colour, but it's not
Tonal.
it's not too busy either. So it lets the other things shine, but on its own, it's
It's a good neutral colour, isn't it?
yeah, very beautiful. Even if I say so myself. So, money talk.
Yeah.
We wanted to talk about Black Friday. It just so happens that today is Black Friday, and we've talked about it a little bit in the past, but I thought it might be worth kind of diving a little bit deeper into,
Not too deep, but just a little bit.
yeah, into what we think about it, and yeah. So we don't do Black Friday.
No. I think we never done... No, we never.
No, we've never done Black Friday. To be honest, I wasn't even that aware of it until a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's a US thing, really, because it's related to Thanksgiving, which we don't celebrate here in the UK. So that's the first reason. It just sort of does. Culturally, it doesn't really make sense to us, but you know, whatever. It has come over here now. It's absolutely undeniable.
Yeah.
My inbox is full of Black Friday deals from brands that I follow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if we start off with why we don't do it, it's pretty clear cut. So at Rivenet, we're all about creativity. And we believe that the act of making should have so you can be creative, but you can do it in a way that has a minimal impact on the environment, and you can do it in a way that has a positive impact on your communities. And we just don't feel that Black Friday fits in.
No.
It doesn't.
Not really.
It doesn't really fit with that, does it? No.
Not with yarn anyway, I think. Would be a bit odd, wouldn't it?
I mean, we go on about sustainability.
Yeah.
We go on about, you know, mindful, slow crafting and all that kind of thing. So why would we then encourage overconsumption? Buy? That's just not what we're about at all. So, so they're kind of the real core reasons of why we don't do it. And you'll find that a lot of small businesses don't do it. And it's a lot to do with like the financials behind small businesses. So, you know, we have small margins. We can't afford to slash our prices. You know, talking about having a positive impact on our communities, we think that everybody should be paid fairly. So it's us, we think that we should be paid fairly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do, don't we? Yeah. And also in the whole kind of chain of where our yarn comes from, it's milled by UK mills. They have to pay their staff fairly. They're certainly not dropping their prices.
No, never. The other way around.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, we're facing rising costs and we're absorbing some of that because we haven't changed our prices in nearly 2 years, I think.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yep. So, people need paying fairly. The thing is, like, what do big corporations do in preparation for sales like Black Friday?
Well, I mean, I don't know, like, for certain, like, but I know that some big brands put their prices up in autumn, and then they give big discounts, and some of the stuff is produced specifically for Black Friday.
Yeah, so they're like going
and it's actually sometimes not cheaper. That's what a lot of people sometimes find out.
so some companies will inflate their prices like gradually through the year. So it looks like a big saving when it's not.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, big companies or big producers or whatever, they can prepare for a sale and they can go to their suppliers and say, we're going to do a big Black Friday event, so we want more we're going to place a big order with you.
But I want a better price. I want a massive discount.
Yeah,
that I can afford Black Friday.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, when you're working at scale, you can take advantage of economies of scale, but we can't because we're working with small quantities, and it just doesn't add up. So yeah, I think on the flip side, what's worth knowing is that it really means that our prices are fair all year round. We're not inflating them so that we can then slash them and make you think you're saving money. You are just paying a fair price all year round, and that will be the case for other small businesses.
Yeah, I presume so,
Yeah, definitely.
And it's only the two of us who dye all the yarn and do all the work, so I can't just double production and have 50% discount.
No.
It would be like impossible.
Well, yeah. I'm not going to work harder than I am already for less money. I did want to mention, if you're planning to shop in Black Friday sales this weekend, like, no judgment from us whatsoever.
You will get some.
Yeah, I am planning a purchase. I need something for my wardrobe, just some basics, and I know where I can get some that are in a sale, and I'm going to get them because they're a big producer.
Yeah.
They can afford it.
No, why not? I mean,
so please don't feel like we're saying don't shop in Black Friday sales, but we're just explaining why we're not participating in it as Rivennets. Yeah, and I guess the other thing is, like, times are tough. A lot of us haven't got as much spare money as we might normally be used to, what with inflation and rising costs and everything. So also, no judgment if you can't afford to support a small business this weekend as well. Yeah.
I think the best support is like word of mouth, isn't it? To recommend like a shop or a crafter or pattern. If people do that, that'll go a long way.
Yeah.
A personal recommendation or posting something on their social media about somebody. So that's the best.
Well, it's a way that you can support small businesses without spending any money. We can spend hundreds and thousands on marketing campaigns.
I haven't got hundreds of thousands.
Not that we have thousands to spend on marketing, but we can spend on social marketing campaigns and all that kind of thing, and none of it is as powerful as a recommendation from one friend to another. When I think about brands that I buy from, a lot of them are ones I didn't find them by tapping into Google to find something. It was a recommendation from a friend, and for small businesses especially, that word of mouth is the most powerful form of marketing that is out there, and the control over that isn't in our hands, it's in yours. So so there's a way that you can support small businesses even if you're not able to make a purchase. We'd really encourage you to do that. So yeah, actually I think we should do that.
Yeah.
I think so. Tomorrow is Saturday. I think sometimes they do Small Business Saturday. I'm going to feature a bunch of small businesses on our socials.
I think we've done that in
I think I've done it
years.
before. Yeah, and I'm going to do it again. We'll just promote a few businesses that we think are doing fab work and that you may not be aware of. So yeah, let's do that. Cool. Yeah. Okay, well, shall we finish off with some music?
Yeah, let's play some music.
Let's play some tunes.
Blow our heads off.
Cool. Well, thanks ever so much for tuning in once again, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.